Good morning, children. This is Namita Basnotra, and I'm here again with a new video of least common multiple. As the topic says, I will be teaching you a number of ways to find least common multiple in this video. But before that, I want that you should have a clear idea of what is a multiple. I want that you should also know that how to find common multiples, and then finally we will learn how to find least common multiple. So shall we begin? So first thing we should know is what is a multiple. So multiple of a number is the number, that number multiplied by any other number. So if you take a number and multiply it by any other number, you get its multiple. Like clearly here, I have written 14 is a multiple of 2. Can you see 14 is a multiple of 2? And then I have written 21 is a multiple of 7. And you can clearly see that if it is a multiple of 2 means I have taken 2 and I have multiplied it by 7. Very good. And because 2 sevens are 14. Fine. And here is one very interesting fact that times tables that you have learned by heart, they give us multiples. As you know, that factor into factor is equal to multiple. So here I have written a times table here for you, and this is a table of 3. So let's take one multiplication factor. Let me take this one. So and write it over here neatly. So I'll write here 3, right, multiplied by 7, and into how much it is equal to? It is equal to 21. So then clearly here what is happening, that 3 is a factor, 7 is also a factor, and 21 is multiple. So whenever you have to find the multiple, you have to simply think of a table of a number and you will get so many multiples. So say the table, and these here in this table you clearly see these are all the multiples of 3. Yes. And another thing I want you should know here is that what is the first multiple of 3, children? The first multiple of 3 is 3. And what is the second multiple of 3? That is 6. So this is one more thing that I want that you should know. Now let's understand what are common multiples. So clearly when we talk of common means we need to compare, and when you talk of common you need to compare, and for to compare you need either two people, two things, then only you can compare, right? So that means we have to compare here the two numbers, and not the two numbers but the multiple of the two numbers. So step 1, we will be taking the first number, that is 2, and writing the multiples of 2. And what are the multiples of 2, children? The first multiple is 2, table of 2 everyone knows, 4, 6, 8, 10 and so on. And can you tell me what will be the last multiple of 2? Can you answer that? Yes, you are right. The last multiple of the 2 is infinite. It is impossible to tell the last multiple of 2. May I ask you why? Because the counting never ends. You will keep multiplying 2 with any counting number, and you will get the complete list of multiples here, but then that list would never end. So with this, let's now focus on the second one. And what is the second number here? That is 3. So now I will be writing here the multiples of 3 like I've written here. And then those who don't remember the table, there is a simple way, keep adding 3, but it's good you learn the tables, okay? So the first multiple is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 and so on. It will never end. Now after you write the multiples of both of them, and now we have to look for the common multiples. Clearly you will see which number is getting repeated in both the list. So I have 2 over here. Can you see I have 2 over here? But do I have 2 in this list? No, I don't have. 4 also here, if I look at it, it is not there in this list. Now let me look at 6. Yeah, I have a 6 here, and I also have a 6 here. So that means my first common multiple here that I am getting is 6. Can you see? Do I have other common multiples here? And I look at 8, no, 8 is not there. And I look at 10, no, 10 is also not there. And I look at 12 and compare, yes, definitely I can find 12 in the multiples of 3. So that means this is my second common multiple. Easy? So children, here I have come up with a very interesting activity for you, and for your comfort I have given you the tables 1 to 12, and all you have to do is you to think of any two numbers, okay, any two numbers, and then you will start looking for the common multiple of those. It can be the first multiple, it can be the second multiple. So the question is, look for the first and the second common multiple minimum. You can want more, you can go for more, of 3 and 9. This is the activity that I am giving you. So let me just clear it to make it more neat for you. Right. And shall we begin? I'll not take 3 and 9 because that you have to do. So let me look for the common multiples of 5 and 10. Okay. So let me take the pointer and some nice color. Okay. So when I look at the table of 5, I have 5 here. Can you see? And where is the table of 10? Here is the table of 10, but the 5 is not coming in the table of 10. So first is gone. Oh yes, I have 10 and I have 10 here in both the numbers. That means my first common multiple in 5 and 10 table is 10. So this is how I want you to do your activity. You can pause the video and check and look. Can you guess which will be the second one? Yes, 20, and then third 30, and then fourth 40, because these are the numbers which are also coming in the table of 10. Just see, 20, 30, 40, they're all coming. So children, like this, look for some, do this activity that I've told you, and give yourself a challenge activity by looking for any other two tables and finding their first and the second multiple. So pause the video and begin. So now children, it's time when you can learn least common multiple, because you already know what are multiples and you already know how to find common multiples. So with this, first we understand what is a least common multiple. What do we mean by it? So least common multiple is a method to find the smallest common multiple between any two numbers. And children, I can also change the smallest, and instead I can say the first common multiple. Right? So the smallest, the least, and the first are all one and the same thing. The smallest here, right? The least here, can you see? And the first common multiple. They all give you the same answer. So let's learn the first method of finding the least common multiple. Interested? So as the name says, least common multiple. So we will go this way. The trick is in the name itself. Okay. So first find the multiples, write the multiples, then find the common multiples, and finally we'll get an answer as least common multiple. So the name LCM has a trick in the name itself. If we move from right to left, isn't it? So let's quickly find. The question says find the LCM of 3 and 4. So first thing is write the multiples. So let me write the multiples of 3. So what are the multiples of 3, children? Remember? Yes, 3. After that 6. Okay, good. Then tell me. 9. Okay, good. 12 and 15 and so on, right? So I'll write a 6, so on, the dots here. And let us write the multiples of 4. So 4, the second multiple will be 8, and then the third one is 12. After that 16. So this is table of 4 that you have learned. The difference in tables and multiple is that tables you have learned only till a number, let's say up to 10 or up to 12. Multiples are infinite. You can start writing multiples from 3 and go on writing and fill a complete notebook, and still the multiples will not end. So this is the difference between the tables. There you just are limited to 10, right? So after this, what are we going to do as per the trick? So we have found the multiples, and now let me just clear the screen and make it look beautiful. Yes. Okay. Now that I found the multiples, I will be now knowing what are the common multiples. So let me circle that and let me change the color. So I look at it 3. So 3 is not there in this table, and then 6 is also not there here in the multiples of 4. 9 is also not there, and 12, yes, 12 is there. So let me just circle 12 and circle 12 here. So I find that the common multiples first is 12, and there will be more definitely when you write the table, you find more, and this first multiple that you find, can you see the first multiple is 12, is your least common multiple. So the very first multiple is your least common multiple. Easy. But then I want to give you one more trick, because I have not written here, but I am giving you a trick. So get set. Now that we know that the first LCM, so this is about LCM, okay, least common multiple. The first is the least common multiple, but then if you don't want least, okay, you just want to know the common multiples, like the first, then the second, then the third. So I'm going to teach you a very beautiful method. First you find which is a first common multiple, that like we have done here. What is the first common multiple here? 12. Now this same question, I will show you that how you can write the second and third common multiple without writing all the multiples. So tell me, are you interested? Yes, you are. Okay, so then this is like you write a 12. Second means 2, so it's 12 into 2. And what is the number? 12 into 2 is what? 20, product is 24. So you'll write a 24. That is your second common multiple, children. So simply table of 12. 12 ones are 12. Once you know this is the first common multiple. Second will be 24. Third will be 12 3 is 36. And can you guess the fourth common multiple? I'm not telling you, guess yourself. Find LCM of some more numbers. You can give the numbers to yourself, or you can take your textbook and pick up some questions from there and practice these questions. Okay, so this is Namita Basnotra. Thank you for watching the video. Bye bye.